wanted the baddest? Let's see. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weeping and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO. Bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
It's time for another raffle brought to you by the JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Our second item is a set of Konichi Bear Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel. As the second prize in this great raffle. Our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cooking healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. $10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are entered.
What it do, what it do, what it do. You back with another episode of BBO Boxing. I don't know what's going on with BBO Mike, but he dropped off for a second. We got the homie in here, Coach Squeeze. What's going on with you?
What it do? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
My man, I actually learned a little something on the computer tonight because when I pressed the link up, it wouldn't let me come on. So I tapped your link into the YouTube and it came up. I was shocked. I'm not that good on computer.
Yo, what's going on, Coach? How you doing, man? I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to get myself together while we got you in here, man. But as you guys can see, we got my favorite YouTuber in the world, man. Coach Squeeze, man. My God.
What it do, family?
Peace, God. Peace, God.
We got
Salute,
you
legend.
in here, man. So I gotta ask you this, man. What was it like growing up in Baltimore, man, in the late 80s, early 90s? What was that like, man?
You asking me?
Yes, you Coach.
It was a time and era where, to sum it up, to make it real quick, because I don't like dragging stuff out. It was a time in an era where everybody was getting money. It wasn't like really a lot of backstabbing. You knew what corner you supposed to have been on. You knew not to disrespect the other man. It was a little more respect in the game. And the younger generation, when we was young back in the 80s, we had more respect for our elders. Mm-hmm. All of that. They jumping out, beating old people up. If you was with my homeboys and you got out and did that to somebody old, we'd have jumped you. Mm-hmm. Whether we knew you or not, you was our boy or not, we would have stole you and we'd have fought you. It's just, man, right now, today's society compared to then is going to hell in a hell basket, man. They don't care nothing about the elderly. They'll be shooting, kill a child. Won't nobody step up and say they did it. I just think it's a bunch of cowards. Back then, it was more you held your word, man. You took your own charge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a little more honor amongst thieves back then. Right now, it's just real unruly because of the social media era. Back in the 80s, you had the big box with the cell phone on it.
Yeah.
It looked like a battery car charger.
You on your radio, Raheem?
And it had the carrying bag.
You couldn't tell you was in the joint. But it was just, to sum it up, man, it was just more respect on the street, man. It was just a cool things you just didn't do, man, pertaining to now.
So I ask you this: did you grow up with your mother and father? Or did you grow up with your father, or did you grow up with your mother? How did you grow up?
Man, the complete mix. Mom and dad in the house.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's a dope thing, man. Because you know me, growing up with my grandmother and mother as well, it's one of them things, man. When you have your father in the house, man, it's a great thing. But speaking of that, when we hear you, man, one thing I always hear about my man Coach Squeeze is Coach Squeeze got one of the biggest hearts. We always hear you talking about your kids, your babies. What gave you that passion for children like you have, man?
My mom, my queen. When God created my mom, he broke the mold. It'll never be a woman in my life that gave me realness. My mom, I called her a gangster. She only stood 5 feet, but she was vicious. And she was the complete package. She loved how she loved. She disciplined how she disciplined. You abide by her rules, or the penalties was you got what was coming to you with that leather belt on your naked butt. And my father used to stand there and say, "You bet not move." He was the king. She was the queen. I could talk to my mom about women issues. She was good at judging character. I really paid attention to what she put down. That's why I am the way I am. But I love people, God's people, the way I do, because I know each and every one of you brothers on here, we all rented to this earth. We on borrowed time. So I try to get out as much love as I can. I'm not good with controversy. But having that mom and dad in the house and they was judge and juror, it means a lot.
And when you talk about your mother, man, I'll be honest, you touched me, man, because you made me think about my grandmother. When you say she was tough, what do you mean? Was she a disciplinarian? Was she sweet? Because my grandma would kick your head in, but she used to be so sweet after. So what kind of woman was she, if you don't mind me asking that?
She was the complete package. I ain't even been looking for it no more. When God called my baby home, I knew it was a wrap. That's why I obtained all the knowledge that she gave me, and I still live by her rules today. I don't go out the house if I'm not properly dressed. I don't got on clean underwear. I don't got on clean socks. My teeth ain't brushed. My hair ain't cut. I ain't saying yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. She say respect what makes you a man. And more people do more for you that matters in your life if you show them and show respect and carry yourself like a man. She was a disciplinarian, she was a nurturer, and she was judge and drawer, but she could burn in that damn kitchen. Woo-hoo-hoo. Ain't no woman alive that can take my mama's place.
And speaking of Baltimore, man, did you grow up on the west side, correct?
Correct.
So growing up on the west side, we all seen the pictures, you know, what it was like, whether it's the corner, whether it's the wire. What was it like seeing your neighborhood on TV every day?
At that particular time, to be honest with you, I went to school in the projects. You know, I lived 2.5 blocks from the projects. I could see it out my back window. I went to school with those kids down the projects. It was different mindsets because most of them, their family members were like drug dealers, and the kids used to come to school with all the Concord Adidas on, the leather West Winds, and the big Ron DMC ropes, riding the elementary school in the Toyota Chrysler. We ain't had that. We ain't had that. My mom used to go to the Purple Heart and look. And I look at that, like, she'd get me. Now, I'm going to tell you about my baby. She was resourceful. And one thing I never did to my mom made her feel less than. If I ain't like it, I act like I liked it. Because I didn't want to make her feel less than, because she did the best she could with the hand she was dealt. And how damn if I disrespected her.
Word.
I know. I got to get my partner in here, man. This is my brother, man, Puerto Rican D3, man. He look like a brother, but he Puerto Rican, so you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. Well, go ahead, Free.
What made you get into the boxing scene? What was your passion about boxing?
My first pair of boxing gloves, my uncle brought me on Christmas. On Christmas Day, I put on my first pair of gloves at the age of 6. Went outside on the front. He brought me 2 pairs. And the kids in the neighborhood used to come up like, I want to box you. And my brother like, you want to box him? And he put the gloves on and we just went at it. Bloop, 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 went at it. And then afterwards, they say hug each other. Show good sportsmanship. And from that day forward, I fell in love with boxing, and I went to a boxing gym, which was in the projects on the basement level in a boiler room, a small boxing gym. And that's when I started getting into boxing, and I fell in love with it, watching it on CBS, NBC, World of Sports, when Muhammad Ali and George Foreman and them used to come on TV. That's when I started my venture with boxing.
You know, speaking of your love of boxing, man, we'll be remiss if we didn't ask you about that monster that we hear you covering. You know, he fought at 135, went up to 140. So what makes Teofimo Lopez so special?
What makes Teofimo Lopez?
Yes, sir.
Running his mouth. If Tio, in all respect, if Tio was, to me, that's my coming from me, little small on me, a dot on this earth. To me, if T.O. focused more on boxing than running his mouth and I guess his marketing, that's cool. But if he was really dedicated to boxing, I think T.O. could be a little more nastier than what he is. T.O. deprives him on himself. And it didn't look good him losing the Kambosos.
He got smoked by Campbell.
And I know you always, have always given people like T.O., Tank Davis a fair shake. I want to honestly get your honest opinion because I know T.O. is your guy. No, I know T.O. is your guy like he's mine. But
who, me?
Yeah.
You talking to me? No, who you talking to on the panel? Me?
Well, we know Tank is your guy. We know Tank is your guy, Coach.
I'm on your platform. I don't want to be rude. I want to answer the questions that's being asked. Your Honor. Your Honor, can you ask me again? My lawyer say I didn't understand the question.
Yeah, but
talk to him, squeeze.
Go ahead, D-Free. Go ahead, D-Free.
Nah. He talking to you. Ask the question.
You say T.O. my guy?
I don't know, Coach.
No. T.O. He ain't even in my. I don't even break. This is the first time I brought T.O. out my mouth since the AFL merged with the NFL.
Well, Coach, around here, BBO likes to talk about T.O. every show, so that was our little moment.
Yeah.
No. Like I said, I'm respectful in my rebuttals.
No doubt, appreciate it.
And I keep it on a 100. But like I said, if T.O. dedicated himself to the sport, T.O. would be way better than you. Can't fight 1 year, be off 2 years, come back, fight one time. It just don't. It don't. You ain't Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather the only one could do that because he had bad hands. He took 12 months off, came back. Because Floyd was a constant professional out of the ring.
Right.
And speaking of that, let me ask you this, Coach. How would you see T.O. versus Tank? How would you judge that? Because I know you unbiased.
Yeah, I am. How many people watching this?
I can't see the chat. What's the chat say, Free?
I don't know. I can't see it.
How many?
Right now, it looks like it's probably about 10 people.
Let's say
on
10.
YouTube. I don't know.
All right, because I don't want to incriminate myself. You know how social media go. He talking about murder on the podcast.
Nah, it's all good.
Go to get in my car in the morning. The feds outside. We is in B-more. You know what I mean? Tank would mop the floor with T.O. T.O. ain't on Tank level. He like Tank say, he a front runner. And if you've been around boxing, you really know the sport. You know what a front runner is. He comes out fast, and he starts slowing down as the fight go round 5, 4.5, 5 to 6. He might come out fast, but once Tank start touching that body, Tank. One thing about Tank, I called him in the locker room one day. You the Michael Jordan of boxing. Because when you down by 20, it ain't no coming back. Tank by knockout, to answer your question, 7, 8, maybe 9 if he might quit on a stool.
Mm.
Yeah, it
Talk
wouldn't
it.
look
Talk
pretty
it.
good for T.O. at all. I agree. Most of us agree on the panel, Coach.
Facts.
I'ma support it. Only why I'm saying that everybody say, yo, you got that clown on your show. He don't know nothing about boxing. Well,
No.
this 50 and up here. I'm 55 years old. I used to sit in the room with my dad watching this sport. Muhammad Ali's, Larry Holmes, Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker's, Sugar Ray Leonard's, the Marvin Haglers, the Thomas Hitman's, the Roberto Duran's, just to give you a few. I've been digesting that over decades, over 30 years. So I know boxing when I see it. And GTD, this kid, man, he ain't to be played with.
I agree with you 100%. I don't think from 135 to 140, I don't think nobody can beat him.
135 to 140.
Nobody.
I don't think nobody can beat him. At 35 or 40, I don't think nobody can beat Tank. Period. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
I say 40 on down.
Yeah. 40 on
He's
down.
smashing everything.
He doesn't get enough credit for his boxing IQ. He doesn't get enough credit for certain things, but on this channel, he gets credit for it. Or at least by me, by Prize Fighter.
I mean,
That's his most dangerous weapon.
He can fight, Coach. He can fight. There's no doubt he can fight. He reminds me a lot of Aaron Pryor, but probably a nastier one because he knocking fools out. Aaron wasn't doing that. But I'll say this: I think T.O. is a fight for him. I really do. I think that's the fight that'll push him.
What y'all got to understand, man, and the brother down here on the right-hand side, I watched Tank grow up in the gym. Y'all got to understand, Tank got a complex, man. I'm taller than him, but when you see him and he walk through the hall and he walk past you, it's like I knew you when you was 7. Why am I feeling different around you? He got that, his aura about him, that he turned into a mystique. Man, I done seen this boy sleep light heavyweights. Now, when we say light heavyweights, we ain't talking nobody like real season, but a heavyweight is a heavyweight.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, he slept middleweights. I seen him get in there with guys, professionals that was undefeated in our gym. He got in there with them at 15 to 16 and was smoking them. And these dudes was like 18 and 0, and I ain't giving no names out because I don't do that. I ain't clout chasing.
Right.
I am who I am, but I witnessed it. This dude, and like the brother said, they don't want to give him credit for his boxing ability. If they don't, I don't know what they watching.
They don't watch anything, Coach, because I've been saying it for months, maybe years now. He don't get enough credit for his IQ. His IQ is like it's at a high level. It's elite.
You know what
he got one of the highest
God gifted.
boxing.
Better yet, it's beyond elite. His IQ is God gifted, bro.
You know what I will say though, Coach.
I like that.
I'm gonna tell you something. That I found out what I think is special. There's a guy out there in the Upton gym. He's coming up. People don't know about Noah Ash yet, but Noah Ash is gonna be a world champion. And what I'm seeing with Noah Ash, I'm sure you're familiar with him. I think it was Noah Ash Smash. I mean, I see y'all building them tank type fighters with great fundamentals.
Now you didn't tell me I was gonna come on here and you was gonna be being disrespectful. You didn't tell me that.
Oh, saying Noah Ash is special?
Noah Ash is a monster. Don't ever disrespect his name. Let me tell you something.
And you know what I found out from watching him? That Tank got great fundamentals. That's just what Calvin and Kenny is doing. that's what makes Tank so special. His fundamentals. Know how to keep it. You never hear nothing about Tank's defense because he know how to fight. And I'm telling you, when I seen what I seen with Noah Ash, it just let me know like the Upton boys, y'all bringing these babies up the right way. We talking about defense and offense.
He a treat, yo. No, and you know what? I remember when him and his brother Sniper walked in the gym and his dad gave him to us. And everybody was worrying about his brother. I the one first said, news flash live on your podcast, Coach Squeeze, a.k.a. the Smoothie King, told Calvin it ain't his big brother, it's him. And they like, I don't know. I said, if you don't know, now you know.
You don't know.
Yo, that's my boy. That's my boy, yo. And he keep calling me out. He try to get a little sparring with Coach. I say, boy, if this stinky leg wouldn't bother me, I'd get in there with you.
And speaking of that, we like to have a little fun. But when you see Tank, right, and we hear about all that he's done, we hear about what he's continuing to do, because I feel like he got a lot left in the tank. Because at 28 years old, you're in your physical prime, and I know he wants to be great. Now we talked about T.O. I'm sure we're gonna bring up another name, but when you see him, I honestly think he stops Shakur. How do you think it plays out between Tank and Shakur?
Shakur 9 to 10. And only why I say 9 to 10, because the fight gonna be in reverse and Tank gonna be going forward the whole time. He has nothing to keep Tank off of him. And that's gonna spell disaster. There's only 4 corners to the ring. Do your math. Now, if they was fighting in the octagon, he had a couple of more extra corners to run in. Maybe. Man, Tank cuts the ring. It's going to look like an upgrade version of, and y'all heard this first from me, an upgrade on steroids version of the results of Frank Martin and Tank fight. I want y'all to digest what I just told y'all, brother.
Gotcha.
Hey, you know what? Let me ask you this, because we seeing a two-headed monster like we haven't seen in such a long time with Coach Kenny and Coach Calvin. And then you got your Bo Mack with his team. When you see a guy like that, I'm actually, you being a coach, what other coaches do you see out there other than because you're around such great guys? Do you notice other coaches? Like, I think Eddie Reynoso is one of the best in the world.
Breaking up.
Bo Mack. Say again?
You was breaking up, bro. You're going to have to
okay. Sorry
ask your
about
question
that.
again.
No, I was saying, so when you're around all these great coaches, what other boxing coaches do you see? You say, you know what? He's the goods. Whether it's Eddie Reynoso, whether it's DJ, who y'all just beat, or whether it's Bo Mack, what other great coaches do you see out there?
I know people get on me. I don't care. It's my opinion. I like what Reynoso doing with Canelo, because Coach Kenny jump on me all the time. We go back and forth. I'm a Canelo fan. I love what Reynoso and him growing together. Mm-hmm. I like Freddie Roach, what he did to Manny Pacquiao, with the abilities that Manny fought in the confines of his ability, and it was explosiveness. Mm-hmm. The Garcia,
Robert Garcia.
I like Robert. He's a solid coach. I can't leave out my Boots.
Mr.
Bozy. I met him. I like what's his name? Smooth talker. He coached
Virgil Hunter.
No, I was on Virgil Hunter when he was with Andre Ward. I like him too.
Kevin Cunningham.
No, I don't know too much about Cunningham, so I can't really speak on him.
He does.
Bomac, of course.
Yeah.
He coached it. Hector Garcia against Tank. Was in his.
I know you talking about the Spanish dude. I cannot think of his name.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
He coached.
Who else he coached?
He coached the kid, the Cuban boy, the southpaw.
Andy Cruz or Andy Cruz.
The one that's calling out Benavidez.
Oh, David Morrell's trainer.
David Morrell.
Ronnie Shields.
Ronnie Shields.
No, not Ronnie.
No,
because not Ronnie Shields. Ronnie Shields is solid too.
Yeah,
I think Ronnie is underrated. Go ahead, champ.
I gotta ask you this, Coach. Do you like how Ronnie puts the cuffs on his fighters like he do?
What you mean? What?
When I say put the cuffs on, I've never seen him be so loose with his fighter the same way he has been with David Morrell. He let David Morrell do stuff he never let Jamel or Jamal do. Because I'm a big Jamel Charlo fan. So I'm just wondering what does he see in David Morrell that he's saying, yo, let me get out of his way. I don't know what he's seeing. That's what I mean when I say that. I've never seen him do that except for Morrell. He let Morrell just figure it out.
It could be a communication gap between them two. I more like a communicating barrier, but he knows what type of fighter Morrell is, and you still learning your fighter too. You know, when you go to work every day, you learning stuff every day because everything don't present itself the same. So in that scenario, I think that's just more of a communication barrier. Okay. But to your other ones you named, I was talking about
Bob Santos.
The Charlo brother.
Okay.
The young one.
Jamel.
I was crying last week, tears coming down my eyes. Because guess what I told him? If you seen that Mike Tyson video when he was talking about Sugar Ray Leonard, he told Sugar Ray Leonard, "It's no one like you. You the sugar daddy." He say, and I don't want to be that guy no more. He say, but I miss him.
Yeah.
I miss him.
Yeah.
I missed the Charlo brother. I didn't know how much I missed him until he was gone.
Yeah.
Because if you watch his fights, man, and he'll run it back.
Yeah, he will.
He'll run it. He ain't waiting. Y'all robbed me out of that. I want it right back.
Yeah, he will do that.
What's the boy from Detroit? Tony Harrison too.
Harrison
ran it back.
Yeah.
And his fights, I used to hate on them too because of their mouth.
Yeah.
But the young one grew on me because he got a fighting style like I had, like I got when I get in there and spar.
Yeah, real 90s, yeah.
I'm gritty. I don't mind getting hit to get off. You know, my shit can get ugly real fast. Cause I ain't never claimed to be a pretty boy, as you can see. I ain't the best in the world. So I ain't worrying about getting hit. You might enhance something.
Yeah. And you know,
did you tell him about your sparring story?
About that is one of those. I'll say the funny thing about Jamel Charlo is when he fights you the second time, he gonna beat you to death. He gets you that second time, it's over.
Solid.
Now, Thomas asked, did you talk? Tell us about your sparring story.
Oh man, shoot. When I was just younger, getting in there, when I was like really deep into the sport, I was running up to like 5 to 6 miles a day. I would run from east to west, from west to east, back to west, with one of the professional fighters down my down the projects. His name was Tracy Muse, and I fought out of Larry Middleton and Mr. Chico Gym in Baltimore. And I had some good spawn. I was fast, and when I was younger, I was more of a like boxer, puncher. I didn't grow into my power yet, so it was more speed, elusiveness, trying to get out of the way. Dug fights. And as I got older and matured in my ability and understood the confines of my ability, I like walking shit down. Yeah.
Let me ask you.
And been hurt several times and got up off the canvas, and they had to save me from myself. They like, nah, yo, coach, chill, get your legs together. I'm like, nah, that nigga hit me like that.
Let me get my get back.
Yeah,
He got that Doug in him. He got that Doug in him.
yeah, ain't none of that. I quit. Yo, I sparred Coach Calvin before.
What was that
You
like?
also do spar work with the kids as well, right? At the gym.
I sparred Coach Calvin before, man, and Coach Calvin touched me under that rib cage, put me down on one knee. I got back up. He like, no, Squee, walk it off. He was like, no. I was like, no. I had one arm by my rib and fighting with the other one. Yeah, that's what we do down there, yo. You gotta kill us. Yeah, you gotta kill us, yo. And Calvin respected that because he know he don't like coaching no quitters, yo.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. With everybody being so occupied now, what do you think is the best fight for Tank Davis in his next fight? Because he's supposed to be fighting in November. What do you think is the best fight for him with everybody being occupied now?
I ain't gonna lie. I would like to see him fight the boy Rayo at 40. I like that. I like that fight. Since everybody occupied and nobody's seen, in my opinion, that's what I like, champ.
I can see that. BBO, what you got next? Matter of fact, let me go to Crush. Crush, what you got for him?
What, you asking me something, champ?
He was trying to let one of the other brothers ask you a question.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, Price, because I think Crush might be messed up.
Yeah, man. So I'm one of them guys. I'm not a Tank Davis apologist. I'm not one of them kind of supporters from Gervonta Davis. I'm just one of them guys that believe that he just don't get enough credit. Most people got him ranked, not high enough for me on the pound for pound list, because we talking about pound for pound. I mean, who could really beat him right now? So, I mean, to me, to Tank Davis from 40 down, and that's why he's having a hard problem getting the fight now, because can't nobody beat him. So I'm one of them dudes that think that he's underrated, very underrated as IQ. Not only he's underrated, he gets underrated a lot. His coach does too. Coach Calvin doesn't get enough credit. So I just want to say salute to y'all, man. I'm riding the Tank train. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
How you about the young that's coming up? Bar and how about
You kind of got a little echo.
You got an echo, dog.
You got echo.
But let me ask you this real quick, because how did you come up when you said, you know what, hey, I'm gonna get in front of the camera? Did you expect for people to gravitate towards you the way they do? Because I hear, one of my favorite, Leonard Ellaby, talk about you. Everybody wants to hear Coach Squeeze. How does that feel to get so much adoration, man?
I'm gonna tell you like this. With me, I'm the type of individual. I got my mama's heart, and I got my dad's willpower in me. And real people gravitate to real people. And they know I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and there's no shame about it. You know, and to hear Leonard Ellerby wanted me to interview him in Vegas when I saw him. He said, man, you're the Smoothie King. I know I'm getting an interview. That was an honor and a privilege. I didn't get Steven Espinoza because they was hogging him up. But to hear people ask for me and that want to hear me, I give all that credit to Coach Cal, because when I walked in the gym 20 years ago, when they started this program, Coach Cal, I said one thing to him and made him laugh. And he said, you know what? You're going to do my shows. You're going to MC all my boxing shows here at the gym. We used to have Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night fights. And I was the on the mic MCing all the events. He said, I'm going to make you out of a star. And I said, Cal, I'm already a star. I'm one of God's children. I'm already a star. And Calvin say, man, that's why I love you, boy. So I give Coach Calvin that credit for giving me that platform for people to hear my voice.
Yeah. And give me one second. I want to play a quick spot real quick. We got to pay a few bills. Give me 1 second.
Okay,
For those in the DMV, it's live, it's local, it's boxing. It's happening this Saturday night at Hook Hall. It's the Brawl in the Hall, 3400 Georgia Avenue Northwest, Washington, D.C. Tickets available on Eventbrite. That's this Saturday night. Get your tickets now. Eventbrite.com. The Brawl in the Hall.
Yeah, so salute to my guy. You know, me and Senior mess around a lot, but I tell you this, man, Senior's got a great heart. I'll never forget when I seen you cats up there with Cigar Talk, and y'all brought my brother D1 up there, and I was like, that's just the goodness of your heart to do that. That's a huge platform. So I always can say I respect that. I got one more thing I'm gonna play, then we're gonna get back to it, Coach. 1 second.
It's time for another raffle brought to you by the JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Our second item is a set of Kenichi Bear Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel. As the second prize in this great raffle. Our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cooking healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. $10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are entered.
Shout out to my homie Big Dre for the voiceover work. Now we gotta put it like this. Now we gotta get Big Dre up there with James Earl Jones. Now we lost a legend. You know, because always somebody gotta be next. But the thing I gotta ask you that's so funny about all this, Coach, is when you talk about Baltimore, you talk about the history with the TV show, you talk about all the great people. Where does this like community, this sense of community come from? Because it don't matter where you go, whether you out east, out west, it seems like it's so much love in Baltimore. Where does that come from?
I would say over the years, over the decades, man. Like I say, you know, I'm a 69 baby. So over the decades, man, it's the mystique. It's the mystique that puts Baltimore on the map. When and it's some thorough cats, man. But you got them. It's Baltimore's all over the world, though, man. But just to answer what you asked me, I think it's more so the mystique. People like how people, the style, how people move, and that's basically about it, you know. In every facet of the world, you got a Baltimore. Wherever you go, it's gonna be a certain part of the hood that you can't even go in. And I'm up from Baltimore, and there's certain neighborhoods I don't go in no more. Cause I know goddamn better.
Right.
And if I go in them, shame on me. Whatever happens.
So speaking of that, I gotta do a rapid fire. We gotta do a rapid fire. That's one of the games we play. And so I'm gonna ask you about a couple people. You tell me who wins. Muhammad Ali versus Anthony Joshua.
What was that, BB? What was that? What kind of question
Come
was
on,
that?
Coach. We gotta have some fun, man. Come on. What they say? You wrong, James. You wrong.
He said it was a game. So I'm gonna play it with him. Muhammad Ali, Muhammad was a monster.
So we got
Anthony Joshua, like Mike Tyson say, he was willing to die in there. He said, I'm not willing to die. He said, I could never be Muhammad Ali. He's willing to die for this, not me.
so we got Muhammad Ali. So Muhammad Ali, Lennox Lewis. Who you have?
Who?
Muhammad Ali, Lennox Lewis.
Ooh, damn. And the only why I'm a pause, because I be fair in my assessments, and not because I like somebody. I'm flashing the styles.
Right.
Cross my head. A younger Ali in a younger Lennox Lewis. In there, I'm gonna do it like this. In their mid-20s, early 30s, at the same time, I gotta go with Ali, because Ali, once again, was willing to die in there. And I don't see that in Lennox Lewis. And Lennox Lewis was tough.
Mm-hmm.
He was long.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't see no elusiveness with Lennox like Ali did. Ali stood up there and did the rope-a-dope with George Foreman, a wrecking ball. I gotta go. That's my assessment. I gotta go with Ali.
So speaking of that, what do you say Ali versus who I think is the greatest heavyweight to ever live, Joe Louis?
Ooh, I gotta go with the bomber on that one.
I like that.
Yeah, only why because he made Ali. It's a protocol. It's a path. He come up behind and idolize Joe Louis, and Joe Louis fought like them dudes was fighting like 50 times a year, shit like that. And they fought against racism.
Right.
Getting called the N-word and all that while they in the ring getting spit at. You know, so on that one, I gotta go with Joe Louis.
So Joe Louis, Mike Tyson.
Joe Louis.
Joe Louis, Jersey Joe.
Jersey Joe Wilcox. I gotta go with only why I'm gonna go with Joe, because that's a barn burner. And when I go back and look at the history of man, them dudes was willing to die there, man. But Jersey Joe Wilcox wasn't no chump. Only why I'm gonna go with the bomber, because I really don't remember and visualizing a lot of Wilcox fights as I did watch Lewis fights, to be fair.
Yeah. And I got this the last one. Do you think Cleveland Williams, before he got shot, could have beat Ali? Because people don't remember Cleveland Williams was a monster before he ended up getting, unfortunately, he got hit by the cop and never was the same. Was able to even come back to boxing. They thought he would never box again. Who would you think would win that fight? A healthy Cleveland Williams versus Muhammad Ali.
See, that's just like me saying Len Bias OD before he entered the NBA. How great Len Bias would have been if that night wouldn't have happened. Would he have been better than Mike? And Mike said the only one gave him problems in the summer leagues and he looked forward to playing against and with was Lenny Bias. So that one right there is remain to be seen. I'ma respect that brother. I'm not gonna throw no dirt on that brother name by making that assessment. I'ma leave that one on the doorstep.
So,
I'm just keeping it a buck.
And the reason I could talk about that with you, man, because you like me, man. You go back, you're a historian. Because one of my favorite fighters, if you don't get no love, is Kid Gallahan. Kid Gallahan was a bad boy, man. Like they talk about Sugar Ray Robinson, but Kid Gallahan gave him hell. I don't know if you ever watched it. I know you watched some black and white fights like me. So
yeah, definitely. But
definitely,
I gotta some of those names I'm not remembering. So you gonna have to shoot me them on my joint so I could look some of those guys. Because back then I could give you a barrage of names, man. Some white brothers too. That was hardcore.
Yeah. And you know what? Because people forget the way Tommy Morrison got beat to death. He was about to fight Mike Tyson. People don't remember. They don't remember. What was that? What was the name they used to call Tommy Morrison, man?
Tommy Gunn. What?
No,
nickname?
Dude, I'm talking about his nickname.
The Duke Morrison, I meant.
The Duke. Yeah, the Duke.
What did I say? Tommy Gunn?
Yeah. You talking about the movie? You talking about the movie?
You was thinking about Rocky.
Yeah.
Tommy the Duke Morrison.
Hey, you know he's from Philly. That's why he said that, Coach. You know, you always got to bring up Sly Stallone. That's day one.
He's not from Philadelphia.
He said, but I'll say this though. We talk about another guy. I gotta admit, I gotta say this as well. When you guys were bringing Take along, did you ever think he would be what he is today?
Good question. To sum it up for you, I'm gonna say it like this. I knew he had the potential of becoming something special.
Right.
But in my mind, only can answer for me because I didn't go hand in hand with him like Coach Calvin did. Right. I used to ride him home, brought him home from school a couple of times. He ain't talk too much, few little words, but I always knew he was special. I could tell you that. But to sit here and say I seen Blockbuster pay-per-view. So that's something you really can't see, just to keep it a buck from the outside looking in. But I can tell you, he always been a bad man.
That was a good assessment.
That was a great assessment.
Yeah,
And you know what? You my brother and I love you, Squeeze. And you already know, man, you my favorite. They always get on me. You my favorite. I'm always gonna tell you because you know what? I gotta tell you why you can hear. Ain't no use in me telling when you can't hear it. So you being my favorite, but I'm telling you, the night we see T.O. and Tank, oh my God, you're gonna be shocked. You're gonna be shocked, coach.
You say when?
The night we see T.O. versus Tank, you're gonna be shocked.
No, I you know what, Champ, to be honest with you, I wouldn't see. I really understand the mystique of the sport. Being around Calvin, he teaches us that. So when I look at Calvin Eyes and he come in the office and he give me that body language, I'm reading him. And I say, Coach Calvin, you got something up your damn sleeve. And he'd get to laugh and he said, you know. He said, but you know, I can't spill the beans and tell this man. So I would love to see it. To be honest, I would love to see T.O. say he want to smoke. Let's get it to him.
Yeah, for sure.
I ain't mad at him. It's gonna be the biggest payday of his life.
That's a fact. Give me 1 second. We play one more bill before you go.
Okay.
Check out all the shows of the JBT, starting with BBO Boxing TV, weekday morning starting at 6:30 a.m., followed by Hardcore Boxing News weekdays at 8. At 2 p.m. is Cass Sports, the box short, bringing you boxing and history.
It's time for another raffle brought to you by the JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Our second item is a set of Kenichi Bear Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel. As the second prize in this great raffle. Our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cooking healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. $10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are entered.
So salute to my guy, man, Coach Squeeze. We getting ready for the Rise podcast.
Yeah.
Hope to have my brother. I got his number now, so now we locked in.
Hey, each and every one of y'all, man, for the bottom of my heart, man, because Al Color has so much hate for one another, so much disdain from one another. I don't know where it come from. Right. But tonight, I'm going to say this. It was an honor to be on here with each and every one of you guys, gentlemen. Y'all showed class. I enjoyed this atmosphere tonight. And we were strictly boxing, no disrespecting nobody. Ain't nobody talk over each other. Everybody respected each other's opinions. This the type of atmosphere I like, man. And it just was an honor and a privilege just for you. It was God sent just to mention my name off your tongue, brother.
Hey, and I appreciate you, man. And we'll be back soon. Peace.
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 We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know.